Vibes Cartel, Vibes Cartel. We continue our little chat. How are you doing? Welcome back to the channel. My name is June. So we're talking about Vibes Cartel. The final judgment is happening. He is on a charge of murder along with some other persons is co-accused. Their case had gone to the Privy Council in London, and the verdict was that the initial conviction had to be squashed, and the learned lords of the Court of Appeal in London, the Privy Council, they had returned the case to the appellate court here in Jamaica for them to have a ruling on whether or not they're going to have a retrial or whether they're going to free these persons. So we continue our little talk on that matter. I have spoken of this matter on several videos. Where we are now is where the defendant and the prosecution side, they are in court trying to decide whether or not there should be a retrial in this matter. Much is happening, and everybody is waiting with bated breath to hear the outcome, whether the Court of Appeal will be ordering a retrial or whether or not these persons will be free. Vibes Cartel and his co-accused have been incarcerated in over 10 years. And this is what the defendant lawyers are saying is a breach of constitutional right, in that the case has been going on for over 10 years. Yes, it's been going on because there was a trial, then there was an appeal, and then the case had gone to the Privy Council. And all these times have been summing up. And since they are still being locked up, and they have been locked up now over 10 years, because remember now there is no conviction on the ground. So we consider that they are in custody for over 10 years, which is beyond reasonable time for a person to wait for trial. In court, the prosecutors, they were trying to justify to the learned judge, head of the appeal hearing, that the time that has elapsed was justifiable. And so they were rebutting the defense side, or the defense's argument, that the breach was a matter to be considered. These persons' constitutional rights have been breached. But the prosecution side is saying, no, it's justifiable. In my opinion, a breach is a breach, justifiable or not. It is a breach. To the extent that the judge is asking that, listen, man, Justice Marva McDonald Bishop, she's saying, she interjected the statement of the prosecution side and said, what we want from the state is a justification as to why it took 10 years. Why do we have a breach? The case is still before the appeal court, and we'll have to wait a couple more days to decide, or to know, not to decide, to know what the appellant judges are saying, whether there is ground or whether there are grounds for a retrial. And so we wait. I am June.